Letting go of the past. The key to liberation from the chains of torment and regret. Each person's life is a long film with countless scenes. Some are bright and happy, but there's no shortage of segments darkened by mistakes, loss, and suffering. Time flows by, never to return, turning everything into the past. But the irony is, although the past has receded, the human mind tends to hold on, clinging to its fragments, especially the sharp, painful ones. This very clinging inadvertently creates chains, binding us in the prison of torment and regret. The view "let go of the past to avoid being tormented and regretful" resonates like an awakening call, an important guiding principle, pointing the way to liberate the soul from unnecessary burdens, towards inner peace and freedom. 1. The invisible burden called the past. The past, in essence, is immutable. What has happened cannot be changed, cannot be redone. However, our minds do not easily accept this truth. Instead, they frequently time travel, returning to past crossroads, to events that have ended, and get stuck there. This stuckness manifests in various forms. Torment. This is a mental state of continuous self-torture, blaming oneself or others for mistakes and hurts that occurred. It's like rubbing salt into an unhealed emotional wound, making the pain constantly throb. Questions like, why did I do that? Why did that happen to me? They should have. Repeat endlessly in the mind, creating a negative vicious cycle that drains energy and peace. Torment can stem from guilt over wrong actions, anger at being treated unfairly, or the pain of irreparable loss. Regret. Regret is the sorrow and lingering ache over missed opportunities, wrong choices, unsaid words, undone actions. It's living in the world of, if only I had been braver, if only I had chosen a different path, if only I had said words of love or apology. These if onlys paint a better but unreal past scenario, and the contrast between that illusion and the harsh reality only increases the pain and dissatisfaction with the present. Regret makes us look back at the past with longing for the impossible, instead of accepting and moving forward. Holding on to this torment and regret is like carrying a heavy stone on your back. It not only causes mental fatigue, but also negatively affects every aspect of life. We lose the ability to enjoy present joys because the mind is always haunted by the past. We hesitate before new opportunities for fear of repeating old mistakes. Current relationships can also be poisoned by resentment, suspicion, or comparison with the past. Physical health is also affected by prolonged stress. Essentially, not letting go of the past means imprisoning oneself in pain. 2. Why is it hard for us to let go? Even knowing that clinging to the past only brings suffering, why is letting go so difficult? There are many deep-seated psychological reasons. Fear of forgetting. Some people fear that if they let go, they will forget important lessons or deceased loved ones. They confuse letting go of negative emotions with erasing memories. Identity tied to the past. Sometimes, we define ourselves through past experiences, especially traumas. I am a survivor of, I am a victim of. Letting go of the past seems synonymous with losing a part of one's identity, even if it's a painful one. Desire for justice or acknowledgement for hurts caused by others. We might hold on to anger and resentment because we feel there needs to be fairness, that the other person must pay or admit their wrongdoing. Letting go might seem like forgiving too easily, or letting the guilty party off the hook. Familiarity and pain. It sounds paradoxical, but sometimes people feel safe in their familiar pain. Stepping out of it, facing emptiness or an uncertain future, can be more frightening. Difficulty accepting reality. Accepting that a mistake cannot be corrected, a loss cannot be recovered, an opportunity is gone forever is extremely difficult. Holding on to torment and regret is sometimes a way to postpone this painful acceptance. 3. Letting go is not forgetting, but liberation. It is crucial to understand that letting go is not synonymous with forgetting, denial, or condoning. Letting go is acceptance. Accepting that the past happened exactly as it did, and it cannot be changed anymore. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with the bad things that happened. but acknowledging their reality. Letting go is releasing negative emotions. It's detaching toxic emotions like torment, resentment, regret, and guilt from the memory of the event. The memory remains, the lesson remains, but its power to harm has been neutralized. Letting go often involves forgiveness, forgiving others, and just as importantly, forgiving oneself. Forgiveness is not a gift to the other person, but a gift to one's own peace. It doesn't erase responsibility, but it frees us from the burden of hatred. Letting go is shifting focus, actively directing one's attention and energy to the present and future, instead of letting the mind get stuck in the past. Letting go is learning and growing, looking back at the past more objectively, drawing necessary lessons to apply to the present, turning painful experiences into strength and wisdom. Letting go is an active action, conscious choice for one's own well-being, a weakness or avoidance. 4. The liberating power of letting go. When we learn to let go of the burden of the past, a new door opens, bringing countless precious benefits. Inner peace, free from the torment of anguish and regret. The mind becomes calmer, lighter. This is the greatest gift of letting go. Ability to live fully in the present, no longer haunted by the past. We can focus entirely on the present moment, feel joy, face challenges, and enjoy life more fully. Energy for the future. Letting go releases a huge amount of mental and emotional energy, allowing us to invest in building healthy relationships, pursuing goals, dreams, and creating a better future. Improved mental and physical health, reducing stress, anxiety, depression, and their negative impacts on the body. Increased self-esteem and confidence. When we forgive ourselves and learn from mistakes, we become stronger, more resilient, and have a more positive view of ourselves. Healthier relationships. Without carrying the burden of resentment or comparison from the past, we can interact with people more openly, sincerely, and constructively. 5. The journey of letting go. Letting go of the past is not an easy switch to flip. It is a journey, sometimes long, requiring patience, courage, and continuous practice. Some steps can be helpful on this journey. Acknowledge the pain. Allow yourself to fully feel the torment, regret without judgment. Write down or speak out your feelings. Understand what you are holding onto. Specifically identify which events, people, or emotions are binding you. Make a conscious decision. Affirm to yourself that you want and are ready to let go for your own peace. Practice mindfulness. Focus on your breath, on what is happening in the present moment to pull the mind out of the vortex of the past. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the kindness and understanding you would offer a suffering friend. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is weak sometimes. Reframe perspective. Try to see the past event in a different light. Instead of just seeing loss, look for lessons, growth, or small positive things that arose from it. Forgive. Begin the process of forgiveness, for others and for yourself, even though it may take time. Create symbols of letting go. Write letters no need to send, burn painful mementos, or perform a symbolic ritual for release. Seek help. Don't hesitate to share with trusted friends, family, or seek professional psychological help if the process is too difficult. Conclusion. The past is an inseparable part of life. It shapes who we are today. However, allowing the past, especially its pain, mistakes, and losses, to continue dominating and poisoning the present is a destructive choice. The view "let go of the past to avoid being tormented and regretful" is a call for us to bravely face, accept what cannot be changed, free ourselves from binding negative emotions, and forgive to find peace again. Letting go is not erasing history, but writing new chapters for our lives more serenely and freely. It is an act of inner strength, of self-compassion, and of the aspiration to live a full life in the present and look towards the future. Only when we dare to cut the chains of torment and regret can we truly liberate our souls and find the light of true peace right here in this life.